somebody you could come in and give your wage packet to and say, certainly trust. She wasn't my type. You know, we've all got types, and she was overly loud. She talked too much, very loud, and I don't like loud girls. You know what I mean? And she might look like she had a frame, but when she took it off, the frame fell apart. You with me? So, uh, what you thought you were getting wasn't. You weren't getting it. So anyway, cut a long story short, Roxanne said to come to Newcastle to the Bear's Den, and she had somewhere. She said her neighbour had a room that I could rent, and he probably wouldn't want anything off me because of who it is, and blah blah blah. I said, listen, I'll be renting. If I'm renting a room, I'll be giving Guy money for the rent. So anyway, I made my way to Newcastle. I travelled about 7.5, 8 hours. She'd been on the piss all day with a friend, who I'll not name, because I speak to her, and she's been kind of filming with things. And in fact, she is one of the reasons, along with a few others, that I'm doing this tonight. So, where was I? Yeah, so I've travelled to Newcastle. I've got off. I was at a bus or a train. I got off a bus, and I waited there half an hour. And Roxanne appeared with her friend that I still talk to, drunk, very very drunk. I was none impressed. She was very very loud and drunk. However, we got a taxi and then we went to Roxanne's. Now I realised when we went into Roxanne's, there was 2 bedrooms and there was a sitting room. And I said to her, where is the guy? She went, oh, it's too late. It was like maybe quarter to 12, 10 to 12 maybe. Because I think I got in about 25 to 12. I can't remember right. She went, oh, he's sleeping. We can see to him in the morning. I was like, okay. I said, I'll just sleep on the sofa tonight. She went, no, you can have my bed. I went, I'm not sleeping in your bed, I'll sleep on the sofa, I'm knackered, I'll sleep anywhere. My body just wants to sleep. Anyway, no, I insist. I'll be up to about 4 o'clock in the morning. Me and such will be up to about 4 or 5 in the morning. So if you're going to sleep on the sofa, you're never going to get any peace for us with the music and everything blaring. I went, all right then. So I gets into her bed, yeah, and a comfy bed it was. Johnny Bear here was sleeping very quickly. In fact, I don't even remember falling asleep. I was knackered, right? I was absolutely out for it. So guys, this is for the guys here, right? I'll take my glasses off for this one because I don't sleep with them on. So I'm giving it the full. I'm out for the count. Thank you, whoever done that. I don't know what they mean, but yes, I was sleeping, right? Out for the count. Yeah. May God strike me down dead if I'm lying here. I'm dead. And then the next thing I feel, I had a pair of my boxer shorts on. I was in my top half. I was naked top half, but a pair of boxer shorts on. That was all I had, I think. I can't really remember if I've boxer shorts on or no. I don't like sleeping with them on, so I think maybe I did have them because it was a stranger's bed, but I can't remember. So let's just say I can't remember, so they could be been there and maybe no been there, okay? One thing's for sure, which I'll get to in a minute. So I'm sleeping, and then the next thing I get woke up with a wiggly bum. That's probably the best way I could announce it. A wiggly bum. Wiggling in about that. You with me? I can sleep in a position. You with me? So like in a scissor position, the spoon position, right? That's where I'm. Let's not mess about here and talk any shit. Yeah, I'm in the spoon position. I'm fucking out for the count. I can't remember if I've got boxer shorts on, and then the next thing I've got a wiggly ass. Yeah. But the beaver, you know, the beaver's at the front and I've got a wiggly ass wiggling right in. And it took a wee while for the brain to work out what was going on, because the fucking sausage here that had no brain and no conscience had stood to the occasion. You with me? So it wasn't a case of, oh, what's happening here? It wasn't a case of that. It was a case of, oh, who the fuck? No guy complains, Come on. No guy complains. You tell me any of you guys in this chat right now, yeah, if you're all fucking out for the count, you can't waking up, and then the next thing you've got like a wiggly bum, man, and I mean it's wiggling all over the place. I mean it's neat. If it was taking a fucking driving lesson, that you would tell it to go back and come back in 10 years. It's all over the place, and it's parked right in where the sausage is fucking stood to attention. You with me? There's nothing else is going to happen. Obviously, if I had the boxer shorts on, I couldn't remember, but obviously it's found its way out, you know. Some boxer shorts is, you know, they've all got a pocket, most of them. Or maybe it's just been put down, I don't remember. I've not got any details of the boxer shorts. But what I can tell you is, the sausage stood to attention before this head woke up, you know, and then the next thing it was in deep. What am I going to do? Slap her? Oh, that was naughty. What I mean? Kick her? Punch her? Come on. I'm only human. Fuck's sake. So yeah. That's how I first slept with the slag. Now, if I'd been a guy doing it to a woman, that'd be totally different, right? But we're hard as fuck, you know what I mean? We're tell all the boys tomorrow, which I'm not going to do, you know. I'm telling nobody. This is the first time it's been spoken about, and the only reason I'm speaking about it is because she's out there trying to blacken my name everywhere. She's out there saying I've got police, not one police handler, but two. My mates are laughing when I'm telling them, you know, mates that I've known for a long time that might be there, might be there, might be that. I'm saying this mad cow's saying I've got fucking no one but two police handlers, and the police handlers aren't happy at me. They're laughing. This is no funny. I'm not laughing, you know. Then she makes a mockery, a total mockery, which I was going to say I can play, but I can't because it's in that phone and that one's charging. But it's on my... Oh, she's fucking draining the life out of me, to be honest. She's draining the life out of us, guys. Yeah, she said that I was at Emma Cockrell's house. And me and another guy had parked round the corner of Emma Cockrell's house. And whoever this other guy is, but it seemed he was a coloured guy. So can you work this one out, guys, yeah? We're going to do let's just take yourself out the box for a second, right? We're going to do a crime and we're going to have a gunman in the car, so we're keeping low key, aren't we? Yeah, we're keeping low key. What's the worst thing you can think of in your mind right now? Yeah? If you're taking a gunman to a place, what's the worst thing that you could put in a fucking car? Well, a black two windows or a fucking... No. What's the worst thing you could put in a car? I'll tell you. A fucking ginger nugget and a black nugget. Yeah. We're going to stick it like a sore fucking thumb. A wee gingerbread. We're gollywog. I'm ginger, he's golly. We're going to stick it like a sore thumb, yeah? The police are going to be stopping us. They've got to be seeing us for the moon. We're fucked. So there was none of that. That's shit talk, yeah? I don't even know where Emma Cockrell stays to this day. I know it's in Inglesby. I've never been. I'm not interested. But anyway, the slag. We'll call her the slag. Just name her the slag. That's a new name. Lie down all day slag. Lie down all day slag. You know, I will give her that title. Lie down all day slag. Yeah, so she's also said, and I've apologised to the people of the Stanley murder. Everybody will know who I'm talking about here. You know the guy that was murdered in Stanley when there was a shooting through the window, and you know who I'm talking about. Well, she's only went and told people that I've told her that I knew who was in that car that went and shot this guy through the window. Now this guy, his family, it was terrible what happened, right? But I can honestly sit here and say, when that happened, I think I was either in Thailand or Cambodia. I knew absolutely fucking zero about it. I actually posted it on my old TikTok channel as proof. I knew nothing. I supported his family because somebody innocent had been shot in the midst of shite chaos. And I posted it in my old TikTok channel, which is still there, which is good because my old TikTok has been like my diary. You know, because I've got a terrible memory. You tell me your name, I forget it. You tell me your phone number, you could be, you know, that one in the wank bank for 2 years, I would forget your number. My memory's gone. I've had too many car crashes. People say that's just an excuse I use. No, my memory is gone, trust me, it's gone. It's had too many, look, the scars, I've got plenty of scars to prove it. These are all real scars. These are no Mickey Mouse scars. This has more lives than 10 cats. Never mind that one cat. This has more lives than 10 cats. And you know what happens? I keep fucking waking up. So, right, she lied about she said that I told her to lie about Paddy Conroy touching her hoof when she was 3-year-old. That was one of the reasons, guys, I was for Offski. When she told me, who I then had to tell our female friends, mutual friends, phone them up because they'd been that upset about it, nearly getting into an argument with one to say, it's not true, she's lied to you. And they were still saying, John, that's true. And I says, okay, phone her up and ask her if it's true. And I said, if she says yes, ask her, why has John just phoned me and told me otherwise then? She was lying. I don't like Paddy Conroy, as everybody knows. She was lying. She was lying about him touching her hoof when she was 3-year-old. Why? To make herself something. She wants to be in the middle of it. She wants to be the person. She wants to be this. She wants to be that. She wants to be centre of attention. She's a sociopath. Well, sociopath, I think, is the word I'm looking for. Yeah, she's a narcissist. The biggest narcissist woman I've ever came across in my life. I've had her friends calling me, well, the last couple of nights, yeah, her friends calling me angry, saying that they don't watch YouTube and shit, but they've just watched a few things and they're so fucking angry at all the lies that she's been saying about me when her friends know it's lies. And I've got friends contact me in Messenger, angry, knowing that's not the case at all. And I have to thank them friends, you know, because that means a lot to me, because they're not just going with the flow that this guy's all of a sudden, he's great, oh, he's a wee sweetheart, you know what, he's no hassle at all, he's calm, what you see on the internet is no him, just a calm guy, blah, blah, blah. And then she expects them friends, as soon as she turns on me, she expects them friends to believe the shit she's coming out with now. So to have her friends contact me angry at watching her, I'm like, wow. And I'm saying to her friends, thank you. Thank you. It means a lot, the fact that, you know, you maybe only met me for a few minutes or whatever. You know me personally. They didn't know who I was. They didn't know I was Humble Dryer when they met me. You know, but they'll tell you. I'm like, if I'm in your company, yeah, you hardly know I'm there. And that's the way I like it. I don't like to waking up in the morning to all hell's fires breaking loose. I know people can have bad mornings, and I get that. I totally get it. You know, some people, you know, maybe get up and kick the corner of the fucking bed in the morning. You know, they're off for a bad day with a big toe. But I get that. But you know what? When you get a 50-year-old, yeah, when you get to 50-year-old, I don't give a shit how sexy you are, how beautiful you are. I don't care what you've got or what you've not got. Yeah. If you go up and shout and scream at anything, and I mean anything, normally it was her son shouting and screaming, "You fat nonce, you fat lazy bastard," and stuff like this every fucking morning. "You're pissed in the toilet seat again, you fucking get out. And I'm thinking, wow, he's 18-year-old. And then you learn that boy, the only boy that's allowed to live with her, learned to do his laces with his girlfriend. Learnt him how to do his laces at 17 or 18-year-old. And I'm thinking, that's your problem. You're the problem. You should have been able to sit down with your boy and show him how to tie his fucking shoelaces. But anyway, she sat at New Year 2026 with a glass in her hand in a pub. I think it was a clock, with a glass in her hand, and made a video celebrating the death of Viv Graham. That's how stupid this is. She made it at the Bells. She drunk her wine, and I think some of the boys were in the pub, and she went, "Ha, just like we done when Viv Graham got killed." She's fucking stupid, guys. Nobody was impressed with that. And nobody was impressed with her. None. And quite rightly so. Viv Graham was murdered on New Year's Eve 30 odd years ago, and here we've got a slag thinking it's funny to raise a glass and laugh about it. She stole a mobile phone belonging to me. When I picked my moment I was going to leave, because my biggest fear was she's going to shout rape great on me. That was my biggest fear, girls. That was my ladies. That, from a man's perspective, the worst thing I could ever be accused of is rape. Honestly. I'm quite sure a lot of men that, you know, if somebody said, "What is your worst fear?" Well, I've not really got any I've not got any fears really. But what would, if the police was coming to arrest you for something, what would it be? What would turn out the worst? Murder or rape? I said, oh, definitely murder. Anybody accusing me of rape, you know, I think that would maybe be the fucking murder. What's okay? Get me in. I think rape. I think I'd fall to my knees if somebody came and accused me of rape. Roxanne Dale has made me wary at every single female on earth now, unfortunately. And I knew if I didn't get out that, because she wanted me as a trophy. She wanted me as a trophy, guys, and I'm going to explain to you soon why, and I can prove it. She wanted me as a wee trophy. Oh, wee humbles. Put me on video calls with people, you know, that didn't need to be known. The people knew. They didn't need to see me on video calls with her drunk and all the rest of it. We didn't need it. But she had this, it's like a wee trophy, you know. A standing penis has no conscience. She caught me off guard whilst I was steaming, and the rest is fucking history, guys. She stole a phone from me. Okay, I'll not say, but for talking sakes, I left a phone with her. She asked me what to do with it. I said, I'll get it. Or just burn it. I had 1,500 quid's worth of some new clothes. You'll see her son wearing half of them on her TikTok videos and that. See the Montclair shorts and that? Mine. I don't care. I hope he gets good use out of them. I didn't actually like them. But I left 1,500 quid's worth of brand new clothes. I'd made my moment. I was going for it. Fuck the clothes. Fuck the phone. And fuck whatever else is there. That was that's how much I wanted out of that place. That's how much she was irritating the life out of me. Thank you. I don't know what these wee things is. Thank you. She was absolutely irritating the life out of me, guys, and she was making me feel really, really uncomfortable. No in an uncomfortable stage as in, like, getting boys round to day me in or anything. No, none of that. None of that whatsoever. She was making me feel very uncomfortable that she was going to phone the police and say something that I'd done something sexual to her. That was my biggest fear. So when the other two young lads, Ollie and her son, Cameron, came back to the house, I said to Cameron, I said, I'm off ski, son. I'm off ski. You got enough money to blah, blah, blah. And they were like, yeah, I'm fine. They said, are you coming back? I went, I doubt it. I slipped on one shoes. I left two pair brand new. I'd never even put my fucking foot in them. And I took the warmest jacket I had and the clothes on my back and I left. And I left everything. That was either Boxing Day or the day after Boxing Day. I can't remember. I went, jumped in a taxi, and then I got another taxi, and then I got another taxi. I took, just in case you know, I like a taxi number, whatever. So I got 3 taxis, and I only went a couple of miles away. I moved into a lovely, big country manor type place. It was beautiful, and it was affordable. I got a room for myself, and I had very little clothes. Very little. So, and I had a few quid, so I went and bought basics. You with me? I never had a lot of money. I had a couple of grand or something. So I bought the basics of clothes, and I thought, okay, I can stay here for a month, and then we can fix it. So I ended up staying there, I don't know, for a good 2 or 3 weeks. It was lovely. It's a beautiful big building. It's a lot of architecture, a lot of wildlife. You'd have loved it, guys. And there was only a couple of people knew who I was, who I trust very much. I trust with my life. And on the 31st of December, I get an email, just as I'm getting to sleep, about 1:15. Now, my phone's on silent, guys. The only thing that's not on silent is my emails. Hello, Mr. Mason. Thank you for your application for internet banking. Yeah, Roxanne. Very, very good. Good, but no good enough. You see, the SIM card that was with the phone she chored a phone with 2 SIMs, and there's a SIM card out my wallet. And I'll show you where she took it from. You see this wee pouch here? From this very wallet. This wallet's been everywhere. This wallet's boss, yeah? And in here we have a little pouch. And in the little pouch we had something missing, guys. She sent me a picture of what's missing in Messenger. But she thought I never looked at it, so I screenshot it, never pretended, because I've not got message received in that. She sent me a picture of it. But she didn't know that I'd got the picture of it. But whilst I was getting that out the other day there, Whose is this, Roxanne? Can you remember, Roxanne? Pay attention to this, guys. This is how evil and conniving this person is. You remember that key, Roxanne, yeah? You want me to tell you whose key this is, guys? Allegedly. This key is allegedly the key of the person who gave her a tag address. Yeah? She couldn't get a tag address, so when she came out of jail, she was out in tag and she was struggling to find somewhere. And her cousin, Gavin, have you ripped me off £1,000 or £1,200? She's telling everybody on the internet that I sell you dope. And you ripped me off of £1,200. Okay, Gavin, I have never sold you any dope, which you can agree with. But did I borrow you £1,200, Gavin? And have you ripped me off of that £1,200, Gavin? You see, Gavin, unfortunately, due to Roxanne, this slag, trying to make a fool of people on the internet, you, Gavin, her cousin across the road, owe me £1,200 because I helped you and I never seen that money back. And I wasn't worried about it until she casted it up, saying he get ripped off for it anyway. So Gavin, expect a wee knock at the door. I would like my money back, please. Thank you. I'll give you a week. This here, Gavin, is your guy that comes and drinks with you every night. This is Roxanne's cousin's friend who helped Roxanne with giving her a tag address. Yeah, that's her. And she gave me this key to give it to a housebreaker, yeah? And she told me where that guy kept all his money. Exactly what drawers to look for. Exactly where it would be. And he always carried at least kept £2,000 at least in the house. Don't worry, mate. The key's gone in the bin. I just came across it the other day there when I was looking for that and I thought I'd give it a wee mention. I'm not a housebreaker. And I don't know any housebreakers. But the fact was she's trying to get somebody's house tanned who helped her when she got out of jail and she'd no place to put a tag address. That's the kind of scumbag we're talking about here. Key's fucked, mate. I'll be going in the bin, okay? Your house is safe. I'm not even telling anybody where the house is. I'm nothing about it. But I'm quite sure the wee girl that went out with Cameron before his new girl will know exactly what that key is. Okay? As I say, it's broken. And Gavin, as I say, I'll give you a week, mate. Thank you. Arms, guys. Listen, look. Had bigger scratches gone for brambles. That was me in Cambodia when I decided not to listen to my friends and take a shortcut through the back streets carrying a bag that I shouldn't have had. Simple. the end of the story is, I woke up in hospital the next morning. I remember running away with very warm legs and realising the heat on my legs was coming from the blood coming out my arms. There was no paedophile hunting teams. You do not get such a fucking thing in Cambodia. You're more likely to get your arms slashed wide open if you go and interfere with people who's interfering with young people in Cambodia. You don't get paedophile hunting teams chasing you and slicing you up. And if there was, it'd be TV cameraed and put all over the world. Tried to murder me over what was in my bag. I managed to get away from them, and I'm not saying I fucking Hong Kong food them or nothing. Yeah. I think they were surprised the amount of blood coming out me and how fast my wee feet could run. And yeah, they could run. They could run. But I also felt my energy going as well. As I say, I got to the hotel. The last thing I remember, and then I woke up in a hospital. Following morning. I don't know. Up's a daisy. I stood up, got my wee trolley, and went and asked the nurse, where can I go for a cigarette? She went, back door. And I'm looking at the back door, it's like fucking away around there, it was like the back of Tesco's type thing. And I said, I'm going front door. She went, you must sit down. I said, I'm going for a cigarette. She went, okay, front door. So I puts my shoes on. I've got the wee trolley with the wee drip bag, yeah. Do. It gets to the wee wall at the front. It's only about 30 feet. And there's a wee wall. Fucking... And I'm looking at my arms and I'm having the cigarette. And where it stopped bleeding, it started bleeding again, you know. I'm like, fuck's sake. So the next thing, this wee kind of cleaner guy from the hospital was beside me. Aye. He takes the drip off me. And he's away with the fucking trolley. So I was basically told, fuck off. Yeah, I was basically told to fuck off. So I'm sitting there having my fag going, and I'm looking at my arms, and I'm thinking, I'm looking at my fucking legs and everything, you know, it was just as if I was in a bloodbath. And I'm looking going, fucking hell, that was an experience. So what did I do? I jumped in a tuk-tuk. Got the tuk-tuk to go somewhere because I needed something. And it was still there. And I had an argument with somebody. Anyway, long story short, I won the argument and I put 2 large things into the back of my tuk-tuk. And I fucked off again. I got my tuk-tuk to stop at a chemist. I spent a couple of $100 on stuff that I needed. And I found a woman with, she was good with medical stuff. Like a nurse. Part-time nurse. So I was like, give me up. So twice a day, this woman would come and help me. You know, it was something to fucking do it with one arm. And yeah, there was no police file, no nothing. And yeah, I woke up. Everybody said, what happened there? I woke up. I thought it had been stitched. Oh, fuck knows. Probably need a couple of 100 stitches each arm. But listen, that there, I super glued that myself. That one there at the side of the head, I super glued. Super glued a few. One there too. Don't know if I super glued that one. I can't remember. Super glue's great. You can line the scar up. That one there. Just super glue. And just hold it, try and get it in line. Do it when you're sober though. If you wake up and you're drunk, open the cut up again. Get it to stop bleeding. Super glue. And when the super glue's on, just put a flame to it a wee bit. And Bob's your uncle. So that was one. Right. So she stole the phone. She started phoning people from the phone and sending intimate pictures from that phone to everybody. Yeah. There was meant to be intimate pictures of me and Donna in that phone. Yeah. What was wrong, Roxanne? You jealous of them? Yeah? You jealous? You really are jealous of them. Eh? Because you could never get into them, could you? You with me? That's what we call passion. Hang on, guys. We have reached the review. Stay there, guys. Stay there. We have reached the review. Stay there, guys. Stay there. How'd you do the dance, guys? I'm in the mood for dancing, romancing. Unlucky Poxy Roxy, you broken key. I've just had a letter there from YouTube. My live will be picked back up. And I got an apology from them as well. What a prick I am. Eh? But anyway, Roxanne, people need to learn how dangerous you are. Yeah. She asked me, girls, listen, she asked me to take a picture of her lying naked, face down. And her ass. You're allowed to say ass. You're allowed to say ass, aye? Butt plug in her ass. You're allowed to say them. You're allowed to, I don't know what the fuck you're allowed to say in these things, although. Butt plug. Butt plug. Butt plug in ass. If I just say it in Scotland, butt fucking plug in ass, they'll not be able to pick up in my algorithm. She asked me to take a picture of a fucking butt plug in her ass when she's sleeping. Johnny, say no. I've never had a girl ask me to put anything in them when they're sleeping and take a picture of it, ever. Red flags to a bull. Why would you want to wait till we're sleeping? What am I got to be like? It's like, hang on. Something like that. Alright, they're Jaffa cakes, but you know what I mean. Wait till you're sleeping and you're like that. You can still see you half a eye open yet. And then all you hear. So you'll get the butt plug. You know, what are you today? Is it today one of them things or something, you know? Come on, guys, listen. If somebody even goes to my wee butt plug and tickles it, you're getting a fucking punch in the jaw. You know what I mean? That's a virgin. And it's staying a virgin. 50 odd year old. Virgin. So if you went near my butt plug with spitting on fucking Jaffa jaw, just for a picture. Something no wrong with your fucking... warning, what have I got? Your live is flagged for violent and criminal behaviour. Repeated violations could result in your live being discontinued. Okay, sorry. Live restricts for someone... Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I must be upsetting you. We must be upsetting them. The fuck. My lives are getting reported for being highly offensive. I love being this hated, guys. I really do love being this hated. This is when you know you're doing something right, yeah. See when you get this much hate, yeah. But you know what? I love even more. I love being hated with those people. I love it. You know, the people that shouldn't be here in life, you know, if they were to all be away, life would be much easier. I hate these people hating on me. Okay. Alright, guys. We'll just eat the Jaffa cakes. Right? We'll just eat the Jaffa cakes. Forget about the... Oh no, you what? What I get a grip. A lot of people wants to know, mate. You know how many people that's made allegations on grabbing the grapes off the grape tree? You any idea? Because I've been told it's more than 4. Yeah. And she's running about with somebody from the CPS, Mr. Work, Whiskey Alpha Romeo Kilo, nonsing me off. That's not very clever of you. What do you want me to talk about? What's this proper Meg? Kess. What would you like me to speak about then? Out of interest. Why be bothered about that? Why be bothered about what? Fact she's making fake allegations about me all over the internet? Do you know she's been contacting my kids who I haven't spoken to in years? True story. And guess who I spoke to tonight? Huh? You know how she chored my phone and my SIM cards and contacted everybody with unknown numbers and sent things, indecent things to everybody? You know how she done that? Some people were not even of age to be opening such messages. Well, it's good to know YouTube has restored my video because I'll be carrying on for that tonight. Anybody that wants to lie about me, be careful. If you do, I'll dedicate my life in destroying Rees. Anybody that lies to about me in such a way that she has, I'll dedicate my life to destroying Lee. I know I haven't spoken to my kids in years, I know that. So she had, I had actually she'd know where she should have been contacting them and speaking to them. I could contact her kids that are taken into care and getting looked after by all these bad men she had, but yet all these bad men are watching her kids. That'd be wrong of me, wouldn't it? Ever. Nothing worse. nothing worse than you're speaking to somebody and they've got a big bit of macaroni or something. She got a man paranoid. That paranoid, he went to the police and reported one of them that Emma was holding. She actually recorded them when she was persuading him to go to the police. I put the recording out. Where she get the lad, that paranoid. She said, well, you don't know what she's got to do next. And if I was you, I'd be going to the police about it. She got a guy that paranoid, he did go and make the complaint to the police. So she did. True story. She recorded it, sent me the recording. So when she was putting all the recordings out about me, yeah, she forgot what she'd sent me. So he can't be nicked. He's been in hiding for years. Who? I'm not in hiding, pal. I'm in the UK. I go out every single day. The reason I don't put my address online is because all those days make fake reports to the police. Just like they did to YouTube tonight. When I was in Scotland, when I took on the Decca thing, I had over 120 malicious calls made about me. Would you put your address online? Because all they do is phone up police and say he's got one of them in the house, or he's got this in the house, he's got a kilo of dyes under the sink. Are you with me? Would you tell people where you really were if you were going to do malicious calls? Of course not. I'll always be 5 steps ahead of you. Always. Always be 5 steps ahead of you. Always. I'll go to my bed, I'll get up, I'll have a light breakfast, and depending on the weather, I'll at least go a walk. And if it stays nice, I treat myself, I will go a cycle now. I'm like right into my cycling. And yeah, if anybody meets me, my name's John. I don't say, my name's Scottish, it's Scotty Joe. My name's John. I don't hide myself. Not interested. You know where Paddy's farm is but won't go? You're right, I won't go. If he gives me an open invitation live, I'll go the next day. If I can. If I'm in the vicinity. If he says in any of his lives, Humble Dryer can come to my farm any time he wants. That's all I need to hear. And I'll go to the farm. You know why he's never got to say it? Because if I did go to the farm unannounced, he's got to phone the police. He's made it clear. Why not just go? Listen guys, I've got 10 pages of driving convictions. I've not really got any things on my criminal record for doing silly things for silly people asking me why don't I just go. Would you just jump over the bridge and jump into the water if I said why? Are you scared? You with me? Sometimes I have to ask myself the age group of the people that ask me some questions sometimes in this. Go and ask the boys I was out with at Christmas, yeah? They're much bigger than all the boys Paddy tries to portray. And ask them if Humble gives a shit about anything. He don't. He don't. Northeast on top. Sky, do you turn up to doors? They're all crazy, mate. Northeast on top, they're all crazy. You're allowed to vape on these things. You know what, that fucking vape tastes lovely. Like it. Humble Paddy did not call the coppers when Dodgy Dave and Exposure turned up. You see, your information is totally all wrong. Because I know for a fact, Exposure TV has never been at the farm. As for Dave, I do not know. But I can trust me when I tell you this. If Exposure TV had turned up at Paddy's farm, Paddy would have known all about it. You need to stop listening to stupid things on the internet, guys. It's like me phoning Paddy's local the other day there, because we weren't actually that far away from it. And one of the boys got a call to say Paddy's in such and such drinking. So I managed to get the number and phone. We were about, 40 minutes from it at the time. And I asked if Paddy Conroy was there. And they said they'd never heard of him. Never. Because we were just got to walk in unannounced. Not to cause any trouble because all Lenny's there. But we were just got to walk in. And, hang on. What's this shit? I was just asked to put a wee bit into a jigsaw. What's that all about? I won a timer or something here. Only if Humble calls the coppers. Why would I call the coppers, mate? There are a couple of attacks in my house. I wouldn't even speak to the coppers. Not once would I speak to the coppers. And over £50,000 worth of damage. Wouldn't even speak to them across the phone. Not once. And all this carry on, have I spoken to the police? Not once. It's not that I don't dislike the police. I have no faith in them. I think you can do a lot without lifting a finger. I will kill them legally. Damage them legally. Without lifting a finger. They are the devil. And if you mess with him, he bites. I'm just trying to look through the comments. Northeast on top, your wee channel's coming up okay, mate. So, up here at the top, it says 1.8 hearts. What does that mean? Educate me. And I've got a wee thing down at the bottom here. Aye, sky high. How do I put sky high? I can mute you, sky high. Sky high doesn't like to be talking about some things. Hey, look at that for lies. Lies. Roxanne's lies. You remember your attempt to blackmail me, Roxanne? Yeah, she tried to blackmail me, guys. True story. She basically said if I was going to leave her, she was going to say that I robbed old John of the money. Yeah. I've got her voice note saying it, believe it or not. Yes. She also pretended to me. she was pregnant by me. And this is a scary thing, guys, yeah? She told me she was in menopause. And, pregnancy, impossible type was the answer I got. And all of a sudden, she was pregnant. But she'd been out taking gin and maybe, every day at the clock, every single day. Anyway, all of a sudden, she's pregnant. I'm not impressed. I'm 50-year-old. Well, yeah, when you go, women can still fall pregnant during menopause. Okay, well, she did say that. I told her I was 50-year-old and I wouldn't be wanting to be. My kids only speak to me as I do not want any more kids. I was quite clear about it. So then I got the big narcissist way of, oh, so what, you're going to make me get rid of it? No, I just stated a fact. I'm 50-year-old and I don't want any more kids. I will not be about for any more kids. Fact. So yeah, I got it over, it's like it was all getting blamed on me and, it is what it is, guys. Anyway, cut a long story short, she has to go to the hospital. She thinks she's had a miscarriage. She goes to the hospital with our friend Haley, to see if she's miscarried. And seemingly she'd miscarried, and she came out of the hospital that day and she had a party basically. And in the party, she brought and a friend from jail, who it'd be interesting when I get to speak to this friend from jail. This is a friend from jail who she's been speaking to, and this is me with a bottle of champagne, open it and pointing it in the direction of her. It was a party trick. She knows who she is, but I'll tell you what, she's not very good towards her friends.
This is your fault, this. This is your fault, this, John. This is his fault. He's got pulled.
Yeah, that was us getting pulled with traffic police the next morning for a brake light out. Thankfully, I wasn't driving because I was over the head.
This is your fault, this. This is your fault, this, John. This is his fault. He's got pulled.
We get pulled for, I think that was an armed response car actually. Pulled us, never asked me my name, driver's name, your tail lights were out ×2, made us go to Halford, sat there whilst we get 2 new tail light bulbs. And yeah, this was me in Newcastle. They're no folk shop, guys, as you can see with the last one. That's me eating. Oh, and that's the bag they said I photoshopped onto my hand outside. Yeah, it looks like I fucking photoshopped a bag on my hand. Oh yeah. She's messaging my ex-girlfriend at 3, 4 in the morning. She was getting other people to message her. It was absolutely nothing to do with it, i.e. Ashley Douglas, Cumbrian Truth. I don't know, guys. She's She's very dangerous, guys. Listen, I had no plans to be with her, and I was quite taken back in how she approached that bedding me situation. You know, is any guy going to go, you know, you wake up and it's like that, and it's curried into something, you know, it's nice and comfortable. You're not going to turn around and slap it, guys. Don't insult me. You know what I mean? No guy is. If a guy had done that to a bird, that'd be like, whoa, that's sexual assault, that's rape. True. If a guy done what she'd done to me, how would that be classed as? Now, she's got 5 kids, guys, right? She done a Sarah's Law on me. Now, the only addresses I could give her was Scotland. I gave her half a dozen addresses, guys. And by the way, when we're talking about Scotland, she's also given that a lot of false information on me. She's done it with more than me. And, you know, unfortunately, people's been targeted in Scotland because of false information that she's give with their phones. And she's caused a lot of damage. And that damage will come back to haunt her. And them responsible, unfortunately. You know, the people it's nothing to do with it. And she's given them 100% false information. And she's done it with a lot of people. And there's a few people that I've just clicked on over the last few years she's done it with. There's a girl who lost her house just before Christmas. It was firebombed. Now, a lot of people were saying it was the wrong address it got it. I can tell you right now, Roxanne was sitting laughing at it. She was laughing about it. This was a lass who'd lost everything just before Christmas. I forget the lass's name, I forget the house, but I know if I have a wee look at the papers, I'll find out she was laughing about it. She was so jealous of this girl's success. She was laughing the fact that her house had got targeted and petrol bombed or rammed or whatever just before Christmas, and it was the wrong house to go as well. But Roxanne was happy about this house. Very, very happy. I had an agreement with Roxanne and she had an agreement. If we split up, we just went our separate ways and that'd be the last of it. She wouldn't come chasing. She's a stalker. A dangerous stalker that needs stopped. The amount of girls I've had contacting me, and no names mentioned, and 100% confidentiality. And these girls who's contacted me in the last weeks, upcoming weeks, months. If it wasn't for you, this would be a lot harder. But hearing what she's done to yous, and the lassie said she'll no mind, but there's one lassie in particular she got friends with, right? And she trusted her. The lassie went on holiday, right, with friends. On the second night of her holiday, Roxanne had moved in, taxi across to her husband's place. The lassie just went on holiday, and her lassie's sitting there. Her man's sitting there, sorry. The lassie's away on holiday with friends, and she's getting a phone. He's giving her a phone call saying, "Get this fucking Roxanne out of here." What do you mean? She's only appeared with fucking fancy champagne and shit. Get her out of here. The lassie then is abroad, had to phone her sister and say, "Get that Roxanne to fuck out of my house right now." She moved straight in. As soon as the lassie got on the plane to go with her whatever party she was with, second night there, this is her friend, Roxanne's her friend. She's telling Roxanne, "Oh, it's beautiful blue." So Roxanne knows the coast is clear. Straight into the man. Straight into the man. You tell me any other girl, can you, anybody, tell me any other girl that you know has a picture of her lawyer with the Todger out. Yeah. You see where she blackmails people? You know what she done to me? She took pictures of me sleeping. Yeah. With the fabulous Mendango out. It's not the biggest thing. Well, I'll tell you what, it's brought 4 lovely kids into this world. Yeah. Maybe more, but I'll not put my name to them. But anyway, 4 that I know of. And it always reached the decimal point. You with me? So, I don't know. You tell me, all the kids she's got, not one of them that's under the age of 16 is allowed to stay with her. That says everything. That says everything. And if it was a guy, come on lassies, if it was a guy, if she was on here telling the story about me, she said all the lies that she can say about me. She's nowhere else to go now. She could probably make up another lie, but people, you know, the first time I hear them, would maybe take it in. But the 100,000s that she's lied to through Paddy Conroy and that know how much of a liar. She even had me lying to her mum. Her mum come in, lovely lassie, Louise, and me like a dickhead, you know. Hello, I mean, she's very friendly. Hello, gives you a hug, stuff like that. Hello, Louise. Hi. What's her name, John? Hello, John. Hi, Louise. So, you know, after a couple of minutes, Louise just springs on you. Louise works for prison. She works for something to do with prison. Just springs on you, you know, you're sitting there like that. And what time's your visit tomorrow, John? What time are you visiting John tomorrow? And I'm like, visits? Visits? Franklin. Well, Roxanne. Roxanne's like this one. What time's the visit to Franklin tomorrow? You know, like, I've not got a fucking clue what she's just asked me for. Oh, about 2 o'clock, such and such is picking you up. I says, oh, there you go, about 2 o'clock, I'm getting picked up, such and such. Crazy. Just tell the police that I'm organising all this crime. The police assuming they want to question me for organised crime. You understand what that means, guys? It's quite a big word. It's a big word, but it's no. It's a big feature. It's a big going on. No, it's just a word. Organised crime. Oh well, maybe I got him to organise to put that car across at that car, and then he came and took that car, and then they drove away, and then they had that, but they fucking had a hit and run, and that's organised crime. Organising that to come to that to move to there, and so on. That's organising crime. She's obviously gave my name for organised crime. She's gave my name for saying I got her to lie about Paddy touching her hoof. I dislike Paddy. I can't stand the smelly old tramp that he is, policeman that he is. If he's fucking mountain loads of police reports, I can't stand them. But I would never stamp that on him. Unless it was 100% proof. Not by her. So let me go through a few things. Oh yeah. Allegedly, there's more than £16,000 disappeared like out of a bank account. Okay. Allegedly. Allegedly, she has phoned up the bank and changed the security numbers and everything in her own name. Allegedly. Allegedly, she'd been given a number plate. which was later valued off and sold for, I think it was 13,000 something pound on February 2026, allegedly. And this private number plate belonged to John Bryan Sayers, allegedly. Now, we'll have to look at the life of John Bryan Sayers, because John Bryan Sayers was living quite comfortable in his wee bedroom flat. He'd done his own things, he was driving, he was doing what he'd done for years. And then all of a sudden, Roxanne, lovely, caring person, oh, give me a cuddle. Oh, give me a cuddle. Oh, I'll do that for you. Let me cook a nice dinner for you. Lay me down. Lay. Okay. I'll stay with you. No, I don't need. All right, just sleep in the sofa there, then. Sleep in the sofa there. After 5 nights, oh, you can't sleep in the sofa. Everybody gets a phone call. That Emma, that lot. Sorry, no Emma. That lot have got his address and they've put his address out. It's no safe for him to stay here. Now, I'm busy travelling at the time, but I'm keeping a very eagle eye. I've not seen old John's address going out anywhere. Nowhere. The only things I wasn't liking seeing is pictures that Roxanne was putting out of him maybe feeding pigeons or something. You know, people could maybe see where that address is. Because at the end of the day, these fuckers have no scruples. The old guy's windows would go in, for a fact. So anyway, next thing, up and go. She's got him living with him. Next thing, Stephen and the 2 boys, they get remanded for protecting their premises, what we'll be getting to this week. Two-tier policing right here in front of you. 2-tier policing. So Stephen and the 2 boys get remanded. So it only left Michael. Michael was going through some fucking stuff himself. But anyway, Roxanne said she would stand in. She could take care of things. Old John was moved into Roxanne's house. Everything was hunky-dory. Oh, look, he's settled. All this, all that, all this. 3 weeks later, now I have never met old John. So that proves the date when I first met, yeah? Because I'd never met old John. Next thing, old John was in a nursing home. Next thing, he had a couple of months to live. Next thing, his licence was taken off him. I didn't think I was ever going to meet him, personally. Well, I get sent a picture of him. We're into what, May? No, June? Middle of June, about 2 weeks ago. I get sent a picture of old John with Michael and Stephen, Andrew, Neil, and Big Chris. Big Chris was there. Looking all right for a man that should have been dead. Makes me wonder, you were next of kin, you'd changed the bank account, you'd everything under control. Seemingly there was medication there for his cancer that hadn't been given to him. Looks like you had it all sewn up, but the man survived. So the man goes into his bank in February for a bank statement. Whilst he's at the bank statement counter, Apple Pay was used on his account. The bank teller comes up and says, oh, you've just used your card. And guess what? He no got Apple Pay. He no even know what Apple Pay is. It's fucked. Job's fucked. Somebody was meant to be ordering coffees and shit, and allegedly lying in a hospital bed at the time, just after being back from a good weekend in Blackpool. Oh, and guess what? The hotels and everything appeared on the card too from Blackpool. So that gives you some sort of inclination where this is going, guys. So if she thinks she can get in there and lie about me with her friend Mark Wark, W-A-R-K, after noncing you off, Mark, I'm not finished with you yet, mate. I'm quite sure that video, because you and your friend is going to try and put me in that building downstairs where you work. Well, I'm going to be pretty sure of putting that video of you noncing me off upstairs in your office. Okay? Okay. You told me you're going to, your dream was to be the chief, the top of the ladder. Top of the ladder, CPS, that's what you told me. No with fucking noncing me off, you'll know. Not with noncing me off, you're not my old friend. Have that one for you, buddy. Fucking idiots. And if I do get locked up, you know what? I'll probably still get my hands in one of them. And if I don't, when I come out, I'll start off where I left off. Nothing but truth bombs. Bomb. You'll not get me a social media ban. I'm telling the truth. And that's why I'm keeping myself hidden from yous all. If yous want to really see me though, just give me an open invitation to your addresses and I will come and chap your door and say, how are you? I'll be doing another live, guys, in this TikTok. As I say, Pastor, as I say, I was kicked off of Facebook tonight. It looks like I'm an old black in it. It's because of my black background. Look at my teeth. My teeth. I don't need to go to Turkey, guys, like. Fuck Turkey. Heck, just go on to TikTok, mate, and just slide that wee bar up. Heck. And you drink the damn app to straighten the bottom teeth, look. Just ask the app to straighten the bottom teeth. Yeah. Fucking jobs are good then, man. Somebody says you can do your jawline and everything. I was like, fuck off, I just want to see your teeth. Get the teeth. See if I went out for a drink tonight, I'd just be standing like that. just standing at a bar like this. It's nice to see nice teeth though, isn't it? I fucking hate saying that. My old unicorns are, you know, they're fucking 50-year-old or something, and I've put them through a lot of shit, like. Put them through a lot of shit. So I still have them, I can't complain. And I always said, if I ever get turkey teeth, I would never appear on social media. But I think it's getting to the stage now, I'm going to have to reverse that. I might go for turkey teeth. Because I quite like that, actually. I actually like that. You know, see when you look at a lassie though, the first thing you see, I notice, is a nice, bright smile. I've always been the same. I mean, you could have legs up past your shoulders. You could have fucking hair as Goldilocks. But it's that nice smile, you know. I don't know, I'm just pressing things. I'm just pressing things here, guys, to see what happens. What's this all about? Oh, we can get stickers and everything. Okay, effects. Don't really like that shit, man. Is it? I don't know. The fuck's all these effects about? It's alright, innit? Bingo Queen, red rum teeth? No. I'm not that bucky yet, like. You're not allowed to smoke on it, are you? For anybody reporting me to TikTok, it was TikTok, it was blowing up there. Everybody can be my witness to that. Yeah. Do you know I know how much is in Paul Gascoigne's bank account? True story. How the fuck did he get these shades off? Oh, fucking lovely, lovely. This is what I'd look like if I'd stayed with Roxanne for like 2 years. Definitely. If I'd stayed with that Roxanne any longer. Be like a wee goldfish. Oh, what was that one there? I'm just fucking about, guys. It's new to me. Fucking hell. What's that? What? I'm just pressing things. Hello, Kelly McLaughlin. What's happening here? So we're going back. As I say, this is my first one in this. So, wait till we see, because I've got a restriction up here. I'm going to press it to see what the fuck it's saying. Overview. Okay. Live restricted for some audiences. Your live contains themes that some may find uncomfortable and has been restricted for violent and criminal behaviour. How dare you, humble dryer? Okay. 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 I need to have a more subtle approach about outing a slag. I need to be very soft about it. Mere cockends and weekends, man. That's no gangster talk. That's street talk. Cock-a-doodle-doo. She's got a cheek to call Emma any cockle-doo. Wow. She says my things we. I don't miscall things, right? As I say, it's reached the promised land more times than I could afford. And I like to see the wee dingo in the wingo. You with me? So it's never been a problem. But to tell you what, yeah, if I want to talk about things, you know, the first time, it's been a first time. You know, And only guys can relate to this. You know, I saw there, it's rampant, and it flings it in, and it's like, oh, for fuck's sake. Fuck's sake. What have I done? What have I done to deserve this? Know what I'm saying? And I've been with a few girls, right, and it's all been hunky dory. There's never been a problem. I've always worked around it. You know, flexible in bed, you know. I'm a gymnast. We can sort this. We can't fix this. We cannot fix this one. If you were in space, yeah, and the only thing you had was a bit of duct tape to get you back to Earth, I'm sorry, we're fucked. Yeah, cross ourselves, you know. We're going to die here. The duct tape's not going to save us. It doesn't matter how many times you wrap that duct tape around the part of your aircraft. It doesn't matter how big it gets, it's not going to save it. Just pull out and go home. Honestly. Ross, North East on top, Roxy loves a bit of Hislop's bash. Right. I hope not. I'll tell you why. Because if he has, it'll be advertised. It'll be advertised. The amount of guys she's advertised to me is ridiculous. That was another red flag. I thought I knew it was coming. You know, she does it with everybody. The amount of lassies that's actually scared to talk out about them. She's made profiles of people's kids. She does it. She's been, you know, she's had people talking to herself, pretending to be somebody else. She's went into a house and took pictures of her kids, and when she's been told directly no by a friend no to take pictures of her kids, she's sick. Like, she's one sick, horrible individual. She's sick, very sick. Okay, what do we see? I'm just looking here. I'm just seeing what one might be her that's watching right now. She's got wee fake channels. So, yeah, I've got to go and have to try. We'll try again tomorrow night, guys. It's getting late. It's 11:30. And I'll try again on YouTube tomorrow night. And, yeah, anybody... I know, I think who you are. I think I know who you are. How you do, darling? Charisse, what do you think, mate? I've just had an apology. I know who you are, right? I've just had an apology, doll, from YouTube for taking down my live. They reported it for guns, etc. And YouTube have just basically apologised and put my live back up. So that's what I'm up against. So tomorrow night, this last year I'm talking to, right? She knows exactly. She's one of a couple that's been angry at the way Roxanne Dale's treated, not just myself but others. And you like my teeth? You've got lovely teeth as it is, but you don't need to come on here. But This place just gives you nice teeth. It can give you fucking lipstick and all that, but I just want teeth. But sorry, this girl here knows her all too well. Known her for a long time as well. And I'm grateful for people like this last year. I'll tell you what, right, I'll be serious. I'll be perfectly serious, yeah. If I wasn't so thick-skinned and used to not giving a fuck about what people think of me, Roxanne Dale and her lies is enough for somebody to take their lives. True story. Just because she's a girl doesn't make it alright. If it was a guy doing it to use and coming in and telling us, we'd be like, okay, let's fucking sort this, yeah? So it's not, I'm not crying out to guys here, yeah? I'm crying out to the women because she's screwing any use that's actually been genuinely essayed or graped or whatever. She's fucking it you for yous. She's totally fucking it up, pal. She done that Sarah's Law on me, yeah. They come back and told her because it was only Scottish charges and addresses that I could give her. At that particular moment in time, I'd never actually lived in England, only a short time in Wales, which I gave her them address as well. So I gave her half a dozen addresses that had stayed in different parts of Scotland, including my home address, what I was brought up in, you know. And she didn't wait long, and she recorded it all, which is on my Facebook. I put it on my Facebook, the recording of it. Humble finally outed as a wrong one. That's what I titled it as. And it come back to say that, he has got a criminal record. He's no clean, but he's got nothing against women and kids. She then, when I fell out with her, she then went on to Paddy Conroy's channel and said that, she only applied to the English. She never asked me anything to do with the Scottish, what they held for me in Scotland. It was the Scottish police that gave the Sarah's Law my criminal record. You know, yes, it's maybe 2 departments, but if you're asking, it's only run through one in Scotland, so if they've anything on you, the Scottish police will be having it. So if they've got a criminal record held on me, they would have any incidents involving women and kids. For some reason, I'm only a wee guy, but for some reason, the police come team-handed for me, you know. Several times it's been armed police, or 2 times it's been armed police. And most of the other times it's always been at least 4, sometimes 6, that come and just chap a door for a warrant. I don't know why. I've asked why so many police come for me, because I've got no violence as such on my record. And all I got back once was it's maybe down to your known associates. So, if you know people who's maybe classed as dangerous or whatever, and you're seen with them, you get, it's like fly with the claws, you'll get shot with them, basically. Can I pin these comments? Pin this comment. How can I not pin that? Hang on. Couldn't pin. Try again. Anyway, Charisse is saying she faked a DNA test. She's brutal. She also says, I actually feel like I don't know, lied, and is also a son, is horrific. Charlotte Smith. Well, I didn't want to say your real name, pal, if you didn't want to say it. So this is Charlotte Smith, guys. And Can you do it, mate? Aye. Thank you, mate. Mandy Jameson. Mandy Jameson there. Mandy Jameson does for a lot for knife savers, guys. Life saving. She does bleed cats. She lost her son to knife crime, and she's another victim of Roxanne's. To be honest, she lied to Mandy Jameson over several things, and Mandy's a very honest woman. As I say, she lost her son to knife crime. She's known throughout Liverpool. Just check her up. She does many radio talks. She's been on Good Morning TV. And she just helped there after Ashley Douglas walked from Carlisle to Liverpool. And I think they've raised something like 17 bleed packs. Something along the lines, maybe more. And they bleed packs to stop any hemorrhaging if they've been stabbed. Get them on them, boom, and every chance it's got to save a life. So big up Mandy Jameson, big up Ashley Douglas, who's just done the charity walk. Ashley Douglas, also another victim of Roxanne Dale. She used the boy fell in love with her, and then she hurt the boy, she used him. She hit on me when I was at a low and recorded me sending videos of my kids and my family. That's... So this is, guys, this is Charlotte Smith, right? She's on her friends on Facebook, Helen. Big up Helen. Helen's also somebody that's... Helen's also was friends with Roxanne via social media, and she's shitting Helen as well. Basically, she tried to get everybody to turn on me, like she basically came across through, most of them through me, introduced them. Not all me, I'm not taking all the gratitude for it, but she got to know all of a certain group, a group of good people. Just normal. We'll have a laugh, fucking crackers. We brought her into that group. I trusted her. And she, because the group wouldn't believe about me, but she forgot. Half the people in that group have known me for years. You with me? A lot of people who's been in the group have known me for a long time. I could say maybe 5 years. Some of them have known me. I don't change. The only thing that's different is when you see me off social media. I'm a bit of an arsehole on it, but that, that's because the way I feel, the way some people online make me feel, and this is my way of expressing my feelings across it. But in real life, I'm just normal, just a normal guy, just want a quiet life. And it's all got to come quiet some days, there's peace in the valley. Someday, for sure. I don't know how to invite Amatil Sharaf to co-host now. I don't know who you are, mate. Mark, what's your background, Humble? I've seen you make videos about that Conroy. A gangster background? Asking for a bud. I don't know, you know what? A lot of people's asked me that recently. Are you a gangster, John? I don't think so, mate. Maybe I don't understand what gangster means, Do I know a gang of people? Yes. Do I run about with a gang of people? Sometimes, but very rarely. I'm involved in any crime with a gang of people. No comment, I don't know, mate. I've never met a gangster. Like, people write about gangsters and that, but if I meet them, I just see a man, a family man, whatever. I've never actually met a gangster. Don't think. I've met triads. Don't think we can call them gangsters though. They're different gravy. I met 2 top triads once in a top nightclub in Thailand 4 years ago. Different gravy. No few Russians, but again, it's different gravy. I don't know what a gangster is, mate. I know a plastic gang. I know people that want to be a gangster, but I don't see how anybody would want to be a gangster. To have that terminology, gangster. You know, I don't know what is a gangster. I don't. I wouldn't like to think I'm a gangster, no. I prefer people calling me coward, shitty arse and all the rest of it. I prefer that. I would actually squirm to be called a gangster, mate, to be honest. So squirm. Don't like it. You know. I don't like it at all, mate. But I'll look more into your videos, pal. No problem, Mark. I just like making a piss take of people that call themselves gangsters, and I class them as bullies, mate. So I just rip the arse at them. But then they've found out that I don't know people. I never